What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So we are working on the chopper again. Now, in my last video, I chopped this cam cover, and I was also going to chop the sprocket cover, and I ran out of time. And that was a little bit of a blessing because it allowed me to think on it. So by chopping this sprocket cover, if you've been around Sportsters any amount of time, worked on them any, you would know that that sprocket cover is cast aluminum, and they are notorious for breaking. And the mid-controls bolt right onto that cover. So people make billet ones. I didn't want to cut a piece that is already known for breaking, so I went ahead and I ordered a billet one from Lowbrow. And I'm standing here at after 5 o'clock in the evening waiting on FedEx. So I paid $48 to overnight it just so I could shoot this video. And FedEx is trash. They can't get their head out of their ass and get this part delivered. So the show goes on. But before the show goes on, give this video a big thumbs up. Comment below which shipping service do you hate the most and why. Ring the little notification bell and subscribe also. Well, I guess you have to be subscribed to ring the notification bell, but you know what I mean. Anyways, the show goes on. What are we going to do today? Well, I am going to mount my carburetor and my carburetor mounting bracket. I'll share all that with you guys. As well as I'm going to mount, let me pull this part out, this cool little doodad from Prism Supply. So this right here will bolt to the starter, and rather than having a button that I push for electric start, I'll actually pull this lever. So when you pull this lever, what it's going to do, if you don't know how a starter works, let me flip the camera around and show you. So here's the starter motor, starter solenoid. You have constant power that comes into this from the battery, and then you have a small wire here. This is your trigger wire. So when you hit your start button, turn your key, whatever, it sends power, it sends signal to this. It'll send ground to that to close this circuit, which pushes the solenoid over, which takes the hot from here and gives that hot to the starter motor so that it can turn the engine over. What this is going to do is it's going to bolt on right there, and when we pull it, it is going to manually close this circuit. And when it does that, the bike will start. So you may have seen one of these before, these starter buttons, especially on some older Harleys. They're kind of, these starters are known for the solenoids. It's a stick. So these kind of became popular in older Harleys. So this will go on, and this will bolt over it, and that will be how this bike will start. So let me throw you guys on the tripod, and we will get that installed. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to shoot this from my point of view. I've never done this before, so let's see how it goes. These 3 bolts that hold this cover on, they are 7 millimeters, and behind this there should be a spring that everything sits on, so it may be under some spring pressure. Alrighty, so there really was no spring pressure, but you can see here how that pushes, and you can see what I was telling you about how when you press your starter button, it grounds the circuit and sends that over. So the kit from Prism Supply comes with the button, bolts, and the lever. The lever is unpainted. You could paint it. I'm just going to leave it in the raw. Okay, so this is going to go on there like so. And then I already pre-set up my bolts with Loctite. Let's see if we can get those started. Okay, you don't want to go run that all the way down. You want to get them all started and then equally tighten them down. You don't want to go running them down and getting this thing cockeyed and then end up pulling threads out of your starter. I'm sure there's a torque spec on these, but I just went by feel. But now as you see, whenever the key is in the on position, I'll just reach down and grab this lever, and that's how this bike will start. Alright, so I know that a lot of you seem to struggle with carburetors, so I did a whole video on setting up my carburetor and how I do it. So I figured I would share with you guys also how to just set this up for the carburetor support bracket and a aftermarket air filter. This is my Amazon CV carb. It's a knockoff of the Harley, same exact thing, so this would be the same on a genuine Harley CV carb. This air cleaner, oh, there it is, it's TC Bros. I've had this sitting in my workshop at home for probably 3 years at this point. I bought a Sportster and this came on it, and I just never used it. So we're gonna put that to use today. So let's take our carb, take our gasket, put that on, and take our carb bracket, place that. We're gonna put Loctite on our bolts. It's a Harley, you should Loctite everything because it will all vibrate loose. Then take the base for our air cleaner and just start the bolts, don't run them down. Again, just like with the starter, you want to make sure you're not torquing this thing down at some weird angle where you're going to strip stuff out. That's not what we want. And again, I'm sure there's a torque spec for this. A, I'm too lazy to look it up, and B, I just kind of don't care. Going by feel here. See, like using just my hand. No big leverage, no huge ratchet that I can hang off the end. Just simple T-handle. So now we're going to head over to the bike and install this on the bike. So if you're going from a factory air box, you will need to get breather bolts. I already have a set right here from Prism Supply. Every company has a different way they make these. I really like these Prism ones. Let me pull one out and show it to you. So there's a filter right there, and then there's just a cross hole drilled in it to let it vent. You can't put just normal bolts in these. Like your engine needs to be able to breathe. Otherwise, you're going to blow all kinds of seals. These bolts from Prism are a 3/4 or 19 millimeter. I do like these Prism ones way better than the lowbrow. The lowbrow, the filter is held in with a little clip, and you have to remove the filter every time you need to take them off, and it's just kind of a pain in the butt. In my mind, kind of a bad design, but these Prism ones are real nice. They got a real nice high polish on them. Now that that's in place, we can put our air filter on and screw on the cover. So there's the air cleaner on there, carburetor, everything's all mounted up, as well as our pull lever to start. Not quite sure what that's called. So this air cleaner, I'm not entirely sold on it. So I had it sitting around and I'm using it. The bike probably get rode for a little bit with it on, but Prism Supply showed on their Facebook today that they have mesh screens coming out for CV carburetors. So it'll give a real clean, no air cleaner look while still protecting the engine, and I'm really digging that. I'm waiting to see what they're going to charge for those, but, well, it's after 6 o'clock and it still hasn't showed up. And it still says it's out for delivery, but at this point, I'm tired of waiting. I've been here since 7:30. I'm going to go home, spend some time with the family, and eat some dinner.
One eternity later.
Alright, so it's the next day, and FedEx finally showed up. My part that was supposed to be here by 12:30 yesterday showed up after 2 o'clock today. So I got this from Lowbrow, and again, Lowbrow has done nothing wrong. This is 100% a FedEx screw-up. But the sprocket cover is made by Tracker Die. I met these guys last year at Mama Tried. They were super cool, as well as the entire Lowbrow crew. We met lots of awesome people there. And we will be there again this year. The weekend of February 18th, the wife and I, we will be staying at the Iron Horse Hotel. We will be at all the parties. We will be at Flat Out Friday. We'll be at the show. And hoping to run into Jared Weems again. He's going to be there, as well as the guys from Easy Company. I've been dropping comments on all of their videos telling John that I'm going to give him a piggyback ride at Mama Tried. So I'm going to try to hunt him down and give him a piggyback ride. But seriously, if any of you are at the show, I want to meet you guys. But let's shut up and get back into this. So we're going to go ahead and install this sprocket cover. First, we need to head over to the workbench. I guess maybe I'll show it to you guys first. So this is a Billet sprocket cover. The factory one, which is over here on my workbench, is cast aluminum. And on these rigid mount Sportsters, your foot controls bolt into this cast aluminum part, and they can break if you hit anything, drop the bike, anything like that. It can happen. And I'm not exactly a small guy, so this billet piece will be a lot better. We do need to transfer over this one bolt for the mid controls. Other than that, nothing else from that needs to be transferred. So let me throw you guys on the tripod, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing installed. Alright guys, so there it is, all installed. I think it looks real good. It completes the divorced look I was going for, as well as giving me a stronger, better place to rest my feet. So comment below, what do you guys think of this look? I absolutely love it. We are getting to the point in this project where we are almost done. The tins, they go to paint next week. The painter I'm using, he does phenomenal work. He's a little backlogged right now, but I am in no rush. I want him to do his best work, and he's painted plenty of bikes that have won awards, so I'm really excited that he's going to be painting my tins. Other than that, really all we have left on this is to throw a chain on it, hang a master cylinder, make the brake line for the back, and wire this thing up. There's maybe 2 hours of work left in this bike, but I'm really excited to get it done, get going on this, riding around. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing while the tins are off at paint. I may shoot some videos at the new shop, getting some work done. If you guys are interested in that process, I'd love to share it with you. Other than that, I mean, we've got Mama Tried coming up. I'll shoot some video there. I may make a few shorts this weekend while me and my wife are on our little vacation. I may not, who knows. But other than that, I guess that's going to pretty much wrap this video up. Again, I love each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Comment below. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Ring the little notification bell so you can keep up with all my projects. And in the description box, there's links to all of our social media, as well as our company website, hotheadstalls.com, where we make everything for horses, and there's a 5% off code. If you would like to directly support this channel, we have channel memberships. I think they're $2.99 a month. I don't have any benefits for that yet. I am working on that, but your support is greatly appreciated. And there's also a link to my PayPal if you would like to make a donation. Again, I don't expect any of that. I appreciate all. Just giving this video a like and a comment helps a lot. But that's going to wrap this up. I will see you all in the next one. Again, I love you all, and I'm out of here.